Not every prison has bars. Some prisons have air conditioning, a steady paycheck, and a routine that feels safe. And if you've ever told yourself, "I'm fine where I am, I'll grow later," then please watch this story to the end, because the final lesson might change the way you see your own life. Once upon a time, in a beautiful West African city, where the streets were bright, the buildings stood tall, and the mornings moved fast, there lived a young, educated woman named Zainab. Zainab was 30 years old, fair in complexion, and always dressed like a woman with purpose. Clean, classy, youthful outfits in beautiful colors like royal blue, emerald green, white, blush pink, and mustard yellow. The kind of looks that made people say, "Ah, she's going places." She worked in a modern corporate office with glass walls and polished floors. Her job was stable, her salary was consistent, her life was predictable, and everyone around her always said the same thing: "Zainab, you're lucky. Zainab, you have peace. Zainab, don't stress yourself too much, just enjoy." And to be honest, she believed them, because comfort can be sweet. It can look like wisdom. But what Zainab didn't realize was this: comfort can also be a slow thief. At her office, opportunities kept showing up like invitations to a better life. A leadership training program, a public speaking workshop, a chance to lead a new project. But every time Zainab was nominated, she would smile politely and say, "Maybe next time. I'm not ready yet. Let someone else take it." On the outside, she looked calm, but inside, fear was negotiating her future. She wasn't scared because she was lazy. She was scared because she was good at her job, and she didn't want to risk failing in front of people. She feared embarrassment. She feared criticism. She feared being seen as not enough. And then there was her close friend at work, Aminata, who started making bold moves. Aminata would volunteer, speak up, take training, and lead projects. And slowly, people began to notice her. One morning, Zainab walked into the office and heard the announcement: "Aminata has been selected for the leadership track." Everyone clapped. Zainab clapped too, but her smile was heavy. Not because she hated her friend, but because she suddenly realized, that position could have been mine if I had believed in myself. That day, she went home and sat on her bed fully dressed, a royal blue blouse, neat hair, soft makeup, staring at the wall, and a painful thought whispered in her mind: "I've been safe, but I haven't been growing." A few weeks later, the company got a new manager. His name was Mr. Kofi, calm, observant, and direct. One afternoon, he called Zainab into his office. He didn't start with complaints. He started with something that shocked her. "Zainab, you're one of the smartest people in this building." She smiled nervously. "Thank you, sir." Then he asked, "Why do you keep turning down opportunities?" Zainab paused. She wanted to say, "I'm fine." She wanted to say, "I'm humble." But the truth sat in her throat like a stone. Mr. Kofi leaned forward and said words she would never forget. "You're not unqualified. You're just comfortable." Zainab blinked. He continued, "Comfort is not the enemy, but staying in it too long is dangerous, because when you refuse to stretch, you slowly shrink." That sentence hit her like a mirror, and that's when she realized something painful. Her fear had been wearing the mask of contentment. She wasn't waiting for the right time. She was hiding. Mr. Kofi stood up, handed her a file, and said, "There's a competitive program opening next week. I want you to apply." Zainab almost said no, out of habit, but something inside her whispered, "If you don't try now, you may never try." And right here, listen closely. Watch this story to the end, because what happened next is the part that can change your life. That night, Zainab sat at her desk, wearing a clean white top, her laptop open, hands shaking. She wrote her application. She practiced her interview answers. She even recorded herself speaking, listening to her voice until she stopped cringing. The day of the interview came. She walked in wearing an emerald green outfit. Simple, classy, confident. She wasn't perfect. Her voice trembled at first, but then she remembered something. Confidence isn't the absence of fear. Confidence is moving forward while fear is still talking. So she spoke. She finished. She walked out of that room feeling like she had done something rare. She had finally chosen growth over comfort. Weeks later, the results came out. Zainab wasn't selected immediately, and in the past, that would have broken her. But this time, something was different. Because even though she didn't win the opportunity yet, she had won something more powerful. She had become the kind of woman who tries. And that version of Zainab, she was unstoppable. She kept learning. She kept volunteering. She kept showing up. 3 months later, another opening came, and this time, Zainab got it. Not because she suddenly became lucky, but because she finally became brave. And one day, as she stood in front of a room leading a project meeting, royal blue blazer, confident posture, she remembered the old Zainab who used to say, "Maybe next time." Then she smiled and whispered to herself, "My comfort zone was beautiful, but my future was bigger." Let this story remind you, comfort can feel like peace, but sometimes comfort is just fear in a nicer outfit. Because the truth is simple. Your comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing new ever grows there. If this story spoke to you, don't ignore that feeling. This is your sign. Take the course. Apply for the opportunity. Start the business. Speak up. Show up. And if you're ready to leave comfort behind and step into growth, like this video, comment, "I'm choosing growth." Share it with someone who's been playing small, and subscribe to Awaken Greatness, because we tell stories that wake the giant inside you. Remember, you don't grow when you feel ready. You grow when you decide. Awaken the greatness in you.